Hello. As I usually say in most of my videos, this is actually mostly for my own personal record, but I like to share with other people. So hopefully you can learn from, what I happen to do right and what I happen to do wrong. This is going to be a little rough because my gardening assistant is in school today. Today is Tuesday, the 11th of April. So she's in school, so I'm on my own, so this is going to be a little rough. But I'm going to kind of show, attempt to show anyway, my up potting process for putting my potatoes into my buckets that you can see here. I've got two of them right here that definitely have outgrown their little, um, what do you call it, cribs. And need to be up potted into their big boy beds. This one here I've got started. You probably can't really see it here, but I do have one down in there momentarily protected by that pop bottle with the bottom cut off, which I will show in a moment. But I figure I'm going to try to do this as best I can single-handedly. I'm going to set the camera down for just a quick moment here. Okay, sorry about that. But see here, you can see how this one here really has a lot of roots. So these really need to get, well, people usually say up potted, but I guess in my case it's up bucketed. So I gotta set the phone down here again for a second. Hang on. Get it set down in the bucket there. So I simply set it down in the bucket as close to the middle as I can. Then I cover it up with a pop bottle to protect it while I dump the soil in around it. And then carefully pull the pop bottle off the top. And there you can see the potato down in there. And just kind of shake it up a little bit to shake the soil down in. And then I can add more to the top. These are still sticking up quite a bit, so I suppose I will probably put this back on here again for the fact of adding more soil. Um, this is the same soil that I used last year. I mostly did tomatoes. So you can see some shriveled up tomatoes here. There's one in this bucket right here. Whoops, right there that happened to drop on the soil and never got eaten, so they ended up staying in the buckets. See, here's some more of my buckets that have leaves on the top that have not yet decomposed. I simply dumped them in this tote along with these other totes. A place that I used to work at was throwing away totes that had damage on, so I talked to some of the supervisors and I rescued these from the landfill. Anybody that's watched much of any of my videos will know I try to do as much recycling, reusing as possible. I figure, why should the stuff go right straight to the landfill and then I have to buy stuff to create a garden? So I'm doing myself a favor and doing the landfills a favor at the same time by reusing the stuff. But anyway, I'm kind of rambling here, I know. But anyway, so that's how it looks down in the bottom. Like I was saying, I had dumped the buckets into these totes. Here you can see some of the remaining stuff that had not decomposed. I threw a little bit of that down in the bottom of each bucket to, for one thing, for looking at trying to cover up the holes to try to cut down on the soil falling through. Plus, I figured, hopefully it'll decompose during the course of the summer and feed a little nutrition to my taters. So we'll have to see how things go. I have 31 potatoes started inside in the kitchen. Most of them in these little cups. They are not the name brand cups that most people use. They are the cheap store brand knockoffs that cost about half as much. I'm not real crazy about them because they're really not big enough for starting potatoes in. But I'm getting by. We'll see how well it works out. I've got 31 potatoes that I have started, and as you can see, I'm working on up potting or up bucketing them. And then a few days ago, my daughter helped me with that. We started 32 seeds. That we'll see how things go. Hopefully this works out okay. Everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.